crappy messages. All right.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hello.
It's Nock. I've got the fantastic Konclan with me today. He is doing push to talk, so if you hear weird beeping, that is not Mystery Man hacking us and trying to take over the stream. It is Konclan with his push to talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a weird week it has been. What an absolutely... Wait a minute, what? Nock's voice is irritating for me. What? How dare you, TreasureGhost? How dare you?
Put him out of timeout. Put him in the corner.
Excuse me. Yeah, what an interesting week it has been, guys. Sorry, I just got to take a minute to call.
Oh, no wonder you're so quiet. I had your user volume to like 10% because of your Knock FM.
Sorry?
I turned your user volume down because of the music you were doing, and it's like the only way that changed the volume.
Right, okay.
And I totally forgot about it, so you were like very low for me.
Okay. Well, yeah, what a crazy week it's been, guys. I think everybody pretty much knows stuff that's been going on, but it's kind of escalated really quickly, really fast, and to the point of where
some people were left behind at the very end.
Some people still hold the faith that there is more to this than we have found. Other people, mentioning no names in particular, have absolutely at their wits' end and had enough with this, and completely raged. We are streaming, aren't we? Because I've got no analytic data here at all. Oh, there we go. That's better. So yeah, I was going to do a video about this once it was all finished, but I thought, you know what? Let's do a stream. Let's get some live reaction from people and even get some people on board. So,
well, how do you even start?
Well, let's start at the beginning and let's discuss. Actually, I'm going to just bring my folder across here.
I don't even remember exactly how it started. I just remember it started a week ago with Mr. Mystery Man. We've come to call him because his name is unpronounceable because it's in base 64.
Yeah, so that was one of the first things I noticed before I even really took much notice of the images. Because I work with base 64 stuff quite a lot. And what I noticed with a lot of base 64, I'm going to swap these around actually because the chat's not very visible on screen. What I noticed pretty much straight away was with base 64, a lot of the strings at the end have the equal signs at the end. And that's what led me to initially try it as a base 64. And of course, from that, we got this weird-ass name of PM Mambo, which nobody to this day, I don't think, still understands properly what it was about.
Actually, it comes from a map called Mambo by, I forget who it was. Laser Rockets.
Mambo was Goat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Goat.
It was Goat.
Goat. I think Goat is Laser Rockets on YouTube. I think if you've seen him around. I've seen him on a couple of things.
Okay. But, I mean, you know, a week, 10 days, however long ago it was before this random guy stumbled across our Discord, this was all completely irrelevant, completely unknown, and this was the first image we got, which was like the only indication from this that we got of anything was obviously it's Polish because we was able to translate some of the text on it. Well, I mean, me and RectorRocks spent a bit of time after probably about 5 days in or so, and we started analysing like the text and things that was on this, and we like fully decrypted the whole thing.
I still don't know what the hell these pictures, like these first few, especially with the hand, have anything to do with anything.
Well, I mean, we'll get onto the hand in a little bit because we found something out about the hand last night, didn't we? When we was looking at bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But obviously, this first one, I don't really know what relevance this has. It's just a Polish advert from, I guess, an ATV, which I guess is a Polish TV station. And it's advertising this iridium container. And to be fair, I didn't really know what iridium was until I think it was TreasureGhost and Aerond, I think, were the ones that came in and said what it was. It's some type of rare metal. It's like the rarest metal in the world or something, the most expensive one there is. But yeah, I don't really know what this has to do with anything that we have found since that point.
Atomic number 77. Have you looked at it with Notepad? I'm pretty sure I did, and then there was nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I did have a quick look. I mean, there's a couple of things that you see in there. There's some like characters and bits and pieces, but there's nothing really.
Also, I would also like to note that this is the first image that we got, and it has a date on it, and we still don't understand what those dates mean. Yeah,
so all of the images we've been provided with pretty much have dates, which is
only,
well, yeah, but the ones pre-website, I think the ones since we've got the website have all been named something, haven't they? The ones we've received on Discord, so we've got the images and we've got the video as well, have all have date stamps on them. So, yeah. But yeah, we still don't know the significance of a date or where that is actually going to lead us to, if anything. But let's not look at it like there might be loads more, because we might be at the end of this anyway. But yeah, weirdly enough, this advert didn't really make sense because it's when we translated it, it's advertising an iridium container. But then, like, the really small text right at the above of the bottom bar is going on about selling anti-iridium T-shirts, and the main caption of the image translated to something like "buy 3 and get 1, real good deal" or something like that. So it really didn't make much sense at all. Really didn't make much sense at all. And then we got image number 2, and image number 2 was just as crazy and creepy, which was this one. Now, obviously, we've seen this image before.
By the way, we should also mention Mystery Man's profile picture, which we came to discover where it was from.
Yes. All right. So let's. If I just bring that onto screen now, this one here, which is, don't get freaked out, guys. It is a little bit ugly. So yeah. I don't know. Do you want to talk about Mystery Man's photo, Konclan?
It comes from a Polish YouTube show, I believe it originated from YouTube, called Smile Guide. And me and Nock actually, towards the end of it, went through all of the videos and found out that Mystery Man has been quoting some of it. Like, it is not easy to find the Rankso River, which was actually directly from a video.
Yeah.
I believe it was number 4.
No, I think it was in the first one. It was in the very first video.
Was it? No.
Yeah, it was in the very.
It wasn't the first one. I know that much.
It was either the first or second. It wasn't as far in as number 4. But the quote was, "It's easy." He quoted to us, "It's easy to find the river, but it's not as easy to leave," or something like that.
The journey back may prove difficult or something.
That's it. And at that point, I was kind of thinking, "Holy crap! This is like serial killer shit right here." He's telling us, "Come find the river, boys, but you ain't leaving once you found the river. You're going to get like slaughtered, and I'm going to feed you to the fishes," sort of thing.
No, it was just a direct quote from the YouTube. Well, with Mushroom Land, which was, I guess, the name of the show. Smile Guide was.
Mushroom Country.
Mushroom
Land was the place that they went to. I believe.
Okay. But also Rankso River. Rankso is Polish for ranch, so ranch river, whatever the heck that means. And also, weirdly enough, Mystery Man is very inconsistent with his Polish and English. Still don't know what that has to do with anything. Because he keeps mixing Polish and English. Yeah, it's a squirrel. And there's a black version of it, not to be racist, but that is literally translated as the devil. Not the same two characters, though. Yeah.
There's like spin-off characters of like a good world and an evil world, although the show itself is messed up and fucked up enough already. There's like a dark side to a fucked up program, if that is even possible.
If you guys have ever seen Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, just imagine that, but Polish and 10 times creepier. There's not really any blood, but there was one jump scare and I hate it.
Yeah, I think there was like one in like episode 2, I think.
It was like right away. Like the video started freaking out, and then it got really loud for a second. And there's some sort of cult following with this show. I've never heard of it before now, but I can see why people have gotten into it. It's really interesting, to say the least.
I don't know if the link I posted yesterday, which was to the Know Your Meme page about it.
Oh yeah,
there's like a whole list of about 20 different supposed theories of what the show is and what it means and different bits and pieces. It's really weird. Really, really weird.
Well, like from my direct, right after watching it, my direct interpretation of the show, it seems like it's just a girl who found drugs, ran away from home, and the mom is scared. Well, it was to do with paper for a start, wasn't it? And then all of a sudden the paper turned into mushrooms, and then no, it's almost an apple at the first.
Apple, that was it. It was an apple. Well, it's almost like these weird characters are luring her over into this dark world, and then she's almost trying to like battle a way out.
Oh, but also, I'd like to point out the first one, I believe it was, talked about how the girl will be taken at midnight, and then the last one ended with midnight.
Which kind of, thinking about that right now, it kind of, with what what potentially still might be happening, that kind of fits in. You know, we've seen a clock just before midnight, and we've got a countdown timer on the website at the minute, which is potentially indicating something is going to happen at midnight tonight as well. So, I don't know, there's potentially something still tied in here.
And also, we were lucky to have Volian, because Volian had the Polish time, and at the last clue, which we'll get to that, we needed the Polish time, which I didn't even think about.
Yeah. So going back to the Discord, before we kind of like knew all of this information, we got this the second image here, which is we got some Polish text, and it was a picture of 3 barrels. We have seen the 3 barrels since, but we'll get onto that in a bit.
I still don't understand what they mean either.
Well, when I first saw this, I honestly thought it was like a CD case or a DVD case, because you've got like a barcode at the bottom, and then you've got that like, you know, that like weird mark we saw at the bottom of some of the images? That was kind of like on here, and I looked at that and thought it was like a sticky label over like the bottom of a box or a case or something. But yeah,
can you go get the final song for me, actually?
Which one?
The one from the last website. Forget what it was called.
What, the one on the pit on the...
So. It's just rank 3. Look at the properties for that. Does it have an actual name? So I believe that it like has some sort of copyrights on it and stuff.
Yes, Sound Dogs, 2003. Royalty 3 music. Do you want me to send you it?
Look for Ranko River, and I want to see if it is actually an album.
An album, but we did when we got on, when we got that when we got that name, I ran it through Google so many times and didn't really come up with anything. I did look at this earlier on, actually. I found the website where this came from, and there was alternate versions of this song. There was about 5 or 6 versions of this song, and the one above it was like distorted. There was like some distortion over the top of it, so I don't know what's going on with there. But yeah, if you I mean, I can send you the file if you want to look at it. The link should be floating around in the Discord channel somewhere as well.
No, I'm good. I've already deleted all the stuff I got.
Konclan's like, no, I'm done. Well, I translated this text with RectorRocks, and what I came over with was, if I bring it across, access to the river was only few, and they did not need them because here was a high current. Did you know the tool? With oxygen, they can help you out. And that's all I got from it. That's all I got.
Like covering another word.
Yeah, and what I actually tried off stream, what I tried was I tried sharpening the image, because I've got a barcode reader that I use for work and some of the programming stuff I do in here. So I really tried to sharpen that image so I could like scan the barcode into a notepad to see what the barcode would translate to, but there was nothing. The only thing I could pick out from that was it looked like the first letter was an S, the last letter was an O, and when I was looking at it yesterday, I actually printed it off and held it up to light. Why I did that, I don't know, but it kind of looked like there was an S imposed over the barcode, but other than that, I don't know what significance the actual text has, but I know a lot of the stuff we've seen from this has had some sort of reference to water.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of problems with like some of the images. Some things in the images have no relevance to anything that we've found.
Yeah. Indeed.
It almost feels like the images are kind of just placeholders to hide stuff in the text files, which definitely came later on. I still don't know what Euxis means, which we'll get to that later, but...
Okay. But again, yeah, I mean, we've run all the files through Notepad. I don't think there was anything in this one that became apparent.
All these images are way before we even started messaging him. We were like...
Yeah. This was just when we initially thought, oh, there's just some random guy. He's coming to the Discord because he's got a link from YouTube or something, and he's just being completely random. We didn't actually know what was going on.
I was scared of him because of his profile picture, and now that I know it's...
Yeah, I think in the initial outset, when we knew nothing, it was just creepy. It was just really creepy. But I think it wasn't until we got the video and we made some kind of like links to what was in the video.
I didn't actually get the video until the very end. I didn't know it existed.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to the video, because the video was the next thing we got. So I'm going to play the video on stream. So I'm just going to mute the mic real quickly. And for those of you who haven't seen it, this was the video that we... It would probably also help, actually, if I had the right sound card selected as my default. So let's try this. and I will restart the thing. All right, so. So that was the video we got posted, which I put I said initially, that looks like somebody's made a chamber in Hammer and done something in Hammer with this, because it just looks like the sort of textures you look in Hammer, and that's where I really started to believe that it was something Portal related.
Yeah, I didn't find this till very later. So I didn't understand, but now that I'm seeing this, yeah, it's definitely Portal related. Also, if you go back to like the last like milliseconds, like with that, it almost looks like just a dim light in the distance. It looks like a Portal 1 giant fan that you find.
Yes, I agree. But I ran through this frame by frame on Vegas, and I think it. Although the light goes off and it looks like a fan, I think it still is the same room. I think it's just the light in the other side through the door kind of makes it look different. TreasureGhost saying that he thinks it looks like Portal 2 campaign. But what I found interesting about this, and I'll see if I can find the stills in my conversation with RectorRocks, I thought there was more of a correlation here to water, because in my opinion, if you look in the doorway, it kind of looks like there's like water bottles on the floor. There's 2 or 3 water bottles in the doorway. Too.
I thought it was like some sort of machinery or something on the floor. I don't know.
And then obviously we had this we had like the no room for, which was in the towards, I think it was almost just before the light got turned off, which RectorRocks found, so thank you very much for that, Rector. But we never actually found out what no room for meant, did we? There's a huge fan in the campaign, is there really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
there's a giant fan in the oh, actually, yeah, no, there is just like a medium-sized fan in the Ratman den. You can actually shoot through it and get to the office. That's in Pull the Rug.
Okay, yeah. Well, one thing I didn't check though, because it's like weird sound. I'm just going to play through that again really quickly. 2 seconds. Okay. I was just running through that through the SSTV thing just to see if anything came up, because I didn't know if it was like short wave, the radio thing. But looking at it again, I would now be more inclined to agree with you, in as much that it seems to cut to a fan.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's the room goes dark. It seems to cut or fade.
Yeah, I think it fades, doesn't it? And then there's like a fan with some grating behind the fan.
It almost looks like exactly the Ratman did. If someone wants to go to the Ratman den and pull the rug, and also it looks like
I'll put the video on the Discord for you, Daroot. Let me just sort that out for you. Go on, carry on, Konclan. Sorry.
Yeah, it definitely does fade, but it looks like there's a whiteboard in the next room. If you didn't notice that.
No, I didn't notice that. Let me.
Yeah, if you go back through the doorway, it almost looks like there's a whiteboard that you'd find in the offices.
Okay, let's take a look. You mean like right at the back, or?
Yeah, all the way at the back, straight through the door on the right. There's just a tiny bit of whiteboard.
It's like, yeah, you see, I interpreted that as like a BTS, like, you know, one of the grey like power box things that you can get. I didn't know if it was like one of those.
Yeah.
Hugo's checking out the.
Also, this video also had a date, but I think that was just a recording date.
Yeah, well, I mean, I opened this up in Notepad, and this actually gave us some quite interesting information. What I didn't realise is that it actually lists all the individual files that were used to make up the video.
Also, yeah, isn't that how you found the user?
Yeah, and not only that. So as you can see here, we've got a PNG, which is just like some. Wait a minute. You know that guy who? Sorry to break here. You know that guy that randomly came into the stream.
So.
Yeah. People said that he just mashed his keyboard, right? Well, one of the files here is DSF SFSDF, which kind of looks a bit like the way he just like mashed his keyboard.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you open up this video in Notepad, it shows you all the individual files that were made up. So we've got.
Wait. Can you? Because we've been inputting codes and stuff. Oh yeah, there are water bottles in there. But Hugo just sent something in the.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, so this is what Hugo sent, guys, just so you can see. Thanks for that, Hugo.
What point did we find the website? Was it volume.tk we found first?
No. So what came next? It's what came next which led us to the website. But just before we break onto that, it was the video which actually led us to believe that the guy that we are looking for, his name was Stefan. Because it tells us the project path, which was Stefan as the user's name on the PC. And this was the first time as well we see the UKSUS mentioned, because that was the name of the project.
Also, if someone wants to just take that, go back and pause that SDF, all those characters, and wants to input that into the website really quick, because it seems odd.
Everything's odd, Konclan. Everything is odd.
I know. I want to be done with this project too.
But yeah, so the video led us to believe that the guy we was looking for, that his name was Stefan. But Stefan didn't really bring much up for us, did it?
No.
Unfortunately. Hey, we have one viewer watching in Poland. Interesting. Interesting. Is Volume watching, or have we got somebody else and just spying on us?
Volume's not online, so
maybe our friend is watching
I'm kind of
us.
suspicious of everyone Polish, because this person is very
every single video now is check the analytics. Is anybody Polish? Sorry, guys.
No offense to the Polish people, of course.
Why did Nock change the name and use weird letters and numbers? What do you mean? The sound seems to be slfr_reactor.wav. Is that a portal? Is that a portal sound, or is that just a sound? Are you just referring to the sound that he used?
So, well, yeah, what does sliceless mean?
Are you talking about when I changed? So why did I change the name? Oh, why did I change? Why did I change the name of the creepy guy? Because I recognized it as base 64 encoding. Oh, that was just all right. So to explain, what I did last week with my name, when I changed my name to base 64 and did some weird stuff about, put the ghost overlay on my profile picture and stuff. The reason I did that, I was having a bit of a joke because I was away and I had a family emergency on Wednesday, so I wasn't online all day long, and I basically came back to messages of Nock's dead because he's not been online, blah 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 blah.
The whole joke that if you're not online for a day, you're dead. So everyone started saying you're dead. I kind of started that. Sorry.
But that was the reason I changed my name to base 64, because I'd seen this guy, he'd done it. I was like, all right, let's have a joke. So I changed my name to Nock's Ghost, and then base 64 encoded it, and then I also put some transparent.
You also tried
ghosts.
to bait them out in the descriptions.
So, okay. I don't think that's the same. Is it the same corridor, though? I don't think it's the same corridor, Hugo, because...
No, it's definitely not.
It's more of like an open room that you're looking into and seeing those water bottles. But I think they're definitely water bottles. And I think I mentioned that to possibly Aerond and TreasureGhost when I was looking at different bits and pieces. But yeah, anyway, if anybody wants to look at that, I've chucked the video on the Discord. So yeah, there you go. So what came next? Next was the introduction of the website, wasn't it? So from that, we received this image, which was the exam paper.
Oh, was it the exam paper from the website?
No. The exam paper led us to the website.
Oh, yes, because it had the website
so
IP.
I had... I'd done some translations on this and found various bits and pieces. And I'd looked at this number in the top of the test paper here. Excuse me. But I tried to translate the word... Pezel, whatever it is, but nothing really came up, so I just totally ignored it, and I just thought it was something to do with this guy's exam paper or his student number or something.
We didn't even notice it or know it was an exam paper until Volian came and confirmed.
No, I had done some translations on it, and I had worked out that it was an exam paper.
Well, I didn't know until Volian told me.
So yeah, I mean, I've put an image on screen of the bits and pieces that I'd translated and what I'd looked at, but this one wasn't until Volian said something that we actually decided, yeah, that might be an IP and that might be leading us somewhere, and that's when we actually discovered the website. We first
tried TeamSpeak, which led us to a server that was unrelated.
Yes. But that was again, that's even further along though, wasn't it? I can't quite remember.
No, I think because someone thought it was a TeamSpeak thing, so we tried that first before we tried just inputting it.
Yeah. But I mean, this image here though, I still believe that this image was. There's a lot of stuff going on here because you've got like the water drip marks. If you reverse, if like you change the hue on it, you can actually bring out watermarks on it, which. Although it doesn't spell anything, you've also got like this weird flower on the right hand side, which is just like been put over the top of it. And then the area on the left here as well, I also believe that was just like put on top. That isn't actually part of it. It's just...
When I was looking at locations and rivers and stuff, because I started doing stuff in Google Maps, even though it was completely unrelated, it turns out. I thought that watermark on the test paper was actually just a river directly taken from a map. Because it kind of does look like it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's I never thought about that, to be honest. But, yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a lot of stuff to go on this, I don't think, though, other than what we'd kind of found out until Volian sort of said, yeah, this is the one, guys. This is what you're looking for. You need to go to this website right here. And then the fun really started.
Well, the problem was... also, that the watermark doesn't look real, and also it kind of looks like at first I thought it was a rip, but then I noticed no, because the text keeps going. Or is it a?
To me, what it is they've put an extra bit of paper on the picture on top, and then it's almost like it's got a shadow effect on it.
Yeah, that's also what I was just thinking. But the thing, I thought it looked like the paper continues going onto that other paper, though. I don't know. Maybe I was just... But yeah, I mean, as for
what the flower means, I don't know what the flower is unless it's a reference, unless it's another throwback to Smile Guide, because I think when I was watching, if I remember rightly, when I was watching some of them last night, some of them had like flower bits and talking about
the girl's shirt had flowers on it. That was the running thing.
So I don't know if that's a throwback to Smile Guide.
I think it's just a thing with garden, because that's
okay.
Yeah, because that relates to the website.
So we chucked in the IP address, and we came up with this. Now this is actually different. This is actually different now to what it was before. I'm going to actually change it back really quickly using the magic of the internet. if I can. So this is how we originally got to the website right here, guys. This is the very first page we found. It's just a picture of like a wood with a lemon, which to me, when I saw the lemon on the picture, it kind of emphasized a little bit more.
Oh, the picture changed without the lemon. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. No. This all happened earlier on this afternoon, Konclan.
Yeah. Currently, my internet's like really messed up, and I can't access some websites. So, like, I can't access Steam right now. It's really annoying. So I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that.
But when I saw this picture, I kind of thought straight away it was still Portal related, just because it was a lemon. I mean, it's kind of dubious, I guess. You could say it might maybe not a lemon, it could be a lime, but I was quite optimistic and trying to keep the faith that it was a lemon and it was still Portal related.
It's definitely a lemon though.
And if I remember right, although it's not there anymore, I don't think. If I view the source on this, yeah, it's gone. At the bottom of this, there was a HTML link, wasn't there?
Was it HTML? I think it was.
Yeah, it was. There was a HTML comment on line 15 or 16, which led us to the next page.
Yeah. It's always line 16. I remember that.
Yeah. So the actual text that was on line 16 was cbegny.html.
Yes, and that led to the garden.
So, well, no, that didn't lead us to the garden, actually. We didn't get to this. This page is a bit weird. I don't think we actually made any progress from this next page, because it's just kind of like a hallway. It's a corridor of stairs.
Yes, that was the corridor that didn't like do anything. And I don't think there was much in the source code.
Well, we look at the source code, and this one hinted at the ROT13 cipher. So if we look at the source on this, on line 13, we have a comment which was just R. So from that, I think it was it, I don't know if it was Volian or TreasureGhost suggested the ROT13 cipher, which I played around with, and it turns out that CBEGNY, when you ROT13 it, is actually Portal. So that again kind of strengthened this belief that this was something Portal related and not something so sinister.
This is also another thing I've missed, apparently.
And also this image is interesting because this is one of the clues that we are yet to find, or we was yet to use. We haven't used. And
there's nothing in the text file, right, for the image itself.
I will check it in a minute. I can't remember if there was. I'm kind of doing this in a bit of real time, but I've got my my encoder tool here, which if I copy this text and chuck this into, the image actually decrypts to the word open. And to this day, we don't actually know what the word open means or what it does. I don't think we ever found that out, did we?
What happens if you chuck open into ROT13?
Hold on. Let's just try that real quick.
Because if that leads to the C...
BCRA is what we got.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what that gave us. The ROT13 seemed to only hint that this was something to do with Portal, given that the page name ROT13 was Portal. So... excuse me. Yeah, I mean, this page didn't really give us that much, other than an image and an audio track.
And mind you, this is like all over like 3-4 days.
Yeah. So when we look at the audio track, because each of these pages has an audio track that plays over the top. There's nothing really here that suggests we need to do anything. There's a lot.
We found out that the audio tracks are from the OST from the show. At least
all of them were
the first
they?
one with the first OST.
Okay. I mean, the Open MP3 seems to have. Sorry, not Open MP3. The track track 3 MP3 seems to have like a lot of blank space at the top of it, almost like something was meant to be put in there, but there isn't anything other than the words COMM and ENG.
Yeah, COMM and ENG always appear in the files, it looks like.
Okay, in which case then it's unrelated. But right at the bottom, I mean, again, there's not really a lot. Tag appears a lot at the bottom of the a lot of the files I noticed as well. I don't know if there's any direct reference, but yeah, there was nothing really in or on this page as such which we could use and what we found useful. So I don't know, this page seemed to be a bit of a red herring, I think. There wasn't really anything that we took from this, if I remember rightly, unless anybody else can correct me.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a clue, but we just never figured it out.
And
which also seemed to be another recurring theme is like Mystery Man kind of got impatient.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what the schedule is, what the overall motive is here, and how quickly he needed us to find things out, and how quickly he needed the clues, us to develop things, I guess. Because if he's on a certain time scale and he needed us to like bring this on quicker than we were doing it, then maybe he was just like trying to throw us hints and easier stuff. I don't know. But the image of the stairs was where we got the word another, which is another word, ironically, that we never ever used. We never used the word another. If you throw another
into Rot 13, it doesn't lead to anything as well. I'm trying to like backtrack here and see if there's like anything we did miss. Because we could also it's possible we could find something in the stream.
Yeah. I mean, you should check MP3 format. How do you mean, Team Fan? I mean, another just Rot 13s to NABGURE. So I mean, it's not really anything. Doesn't really sound like it's anything, of significance.
Yeah, no. It seems like it's a.
Doesn't really seem to bring up anything on a Google search either.
Did you try to translate that word? No, never mind. Because there's no way another Rot 13 would translate to like a Polish word.
No, it's coming out as the same. Hugo is still looking for fan images. He's now giving us Portal 1. But
Hugo, I think
the fan had a great behind it, Hugo, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I'm not sure that's
I think the only fan I think it's the Ratman Den fan, because the Ratman Den fan had a grate on top of it that he stood on. I think he was looking up into it.
What there was, I think the only thing that there was a lot of stuff on this page which there seemed to hint at things, but we never actually used, because there was one more thing on this image that I found, which was like an N in a lowercase n in the bottom left hand corner of the image.
I think that was just coincidental. I think that's just compression doing that.
Possibly.
Because I found in a different image, I forget, it was the one with the house. There was like a weird skull-looking thing in up in one of the corners, which was completely unrelated.
You know what though? If you look at these pictures for long enough, your mind starts seeing things that aren't actually there. I have seen so many faces in these images. It's unreal.
The house one and throw in some contrast. There actually looks like there's a skull in the top right. Everyone saw it.
Okay. Well, I'll have a play around with that when we get around to it then, because I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that didn't really get us anywhere. But by this time, we had started playing around with. I think it was about this time we started looking in the files, hadn't we?
Yeah.
And we started to pick things out, and that's where we got our next big clue. If we open up the original vegetation.
As soon as we started learning about what he does, where he likes to hide stuff, every time we got new image, it was kind of just routine. Okay, check saturation, check image file, check properties, check everything.
Yeah. And when we looked at the very first image, the vegetation image, right on the last line on 755, there was actually the next page that we need to look at, which was garden.html. Excuse me. And now I did actually find what was weird about this one. It was the only page up to this point which was like the full HTML. The other pages were just .htm. And one thing I did notice that there's no consistency in the files used, because the first page is a PHP file, the second one we looked at was HTML, HTM, and the third one we're going to look at is HTML.
One thing I found really frustrating is that he inconsistently used the website. Like towards the end, like I didn't understand. Like first we had to input words like slash and then the word. He wanted us
there was no consistency in the actual like folder structure. It was very, very random. It seemed very random.
It like seemed weird. And then later on, there's a clue X slash 11 or 111, which ended up which was on line 666. So that just means we had to find a word with 6 X's, or like a word 6 letters long, which we'll get to later. Then we had to just input that as a slash. But then on the next clue, it was 9X and then the word we found. And actually, we're supposed to take a previous word that was 9 letters long and put another slash and then the word after, which just, it didn't make any sense. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Like you make us do math, and then you use the same exact format. It's, I don't know. It was definitely not how you should have done that.
Well, the garden HTML kind of, I don't see the point of garden.html, because all garden HTML does is instantly refresh you to the next page. And when you look at the source of it, there is nothing in there at all of relevance.
There's nothing to take from.
Well, yeah, but all that is, it's in a meta refresh tag. So the minute you hit that, it just refreshes you to that page anyway. So the garden.html really has no relevance,
it's literally
in my opinion, whatsoever.
It's literally
interesting,
just you input
Hugo.
Code and then it brings you to a different website.
So Hugo's just found something in Portal 1, which kind of looks similar. He's found a fan with grating over the top of it, and it does look a little bit similar. I don't know if there's too much lighting behind it, though. Possibly.
Yeah, that could be it. That looks like the same fan in the Ratman Den, which Portal 2 is known for reusing models and stuff.
Yeah. So let's go to the next page, and this one was, I think this had a stump for about probably a good day and a half, maybe even 2 days, right?
Which picture?
So now we're on to the shapes.
Oh, that one sucked because it was literally just so easy, but at the same time, it was like, I don't know, it was kind of a leap in
yeah, I mean, there was nothing really that we'd done previously that would suggest we would get the solution that we needed to get to. I mean, we
tried a lot of things. We tried like shape decode, like encryptions, and which seemed like the Mystery Man seems to use a lot of inconsistent stuff and doesn't really know what he's doing.
Yeah,
which makes me think he's never done one of these before. I think this is like him just like kind of trolling us, or like having fun.
We kind of looked at this image, and obviously we got the 4 shapes. And what I noticed was in the background you can actually make out a map of the world. So you've got America and South America over the circle and the.
Oh yeah, you can see it even without like brightening it up or anything.
You've got Europe and Africa on the triangle and the square, but.
That has
we were
kind
of looking at it. Is it pointing to a specific place? I found a shape code which kind of fitted in with everything. It was from like R language or something to do with R. And I kind of thought, well, okay, he's already mentioned R in a previous step. Maybe he could be referring to this. And I found all of the shapes in this guide, and then we was like, oh, it could be numbers. Try see what we could do with these numbers. And we was looking at Google Maps and everything, wasn't we, for like ages?
Yeah,
trying to find,
I was looking through like
and
maps of Poland, looking for like rivers. I was looking for like gardens, forests, ranches. I looked like through everything. I just sifted, and then ended up like he sends you the next image, which is just the gray version with it a little bit cleaner.
Yeah,
I think, which kind of focuses that it's literally just the shades. And then later on, he sent us all a message, which we literally just had to put together, which was everything has a name.
Yeah.
And,
hinting that we need to use the names of the shapes.
Yeah.
But
which is confusing because you can either interpret it as diamond or rhombus. He used like the completely stupid shape.
Yeah. But it was on this page as well, though, that we actually got the clue that we'd need later on for the Steam ID.
Well, yeah, the Steam ID, which literally just told us the answer.
Yeah, so this was, as you can see on line 15 here, guys, this was kind of like saying you need to convert an ID64 into an MD5 hash. I think we probably sat on this for about a good 3 or 4 days before we actually could use it, which we got to the solution obviously last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or the early hours of this morning.
Which, a funny story about that when we get to it.
Well, maybe not so funny for some people, but...
well, no. I'm talking about, like, the time limit he put on and how long it actually took us to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there was anything hidden in these images as such, was there, in the text?
No, I don't think so. I think everything was more cryptic. I remember, like, as much as we found, there was periodic and properties in the last two.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, this one has some like weird characters in it, but I just think that's coincidence. I don't think there's anything really to go with that as such.
So, anyways, we got the CTRS, which stands for Circle, Triangle, Rhombus, Square, which is literally just the 3 shape names, and it was the 4 letters. And that's what and that's when we learned what X's stand for. X's are letters.
Yes, so wherever we see an X, it means you need that many letters, supposedly.
So then we got to what was kind of the most mind-blowing for me was facade. Because it was so unlike everything he had ever done. At least for me, because I didn't see the Portal video.
Yeah, so this is where that led to. I mean, we got the everything had, just to go back to the everything has a name, just to elaborate on what he actually did to give us that clue. He sent everybody, I think it must have been everybody that had private messaged him or tried to get some information out of him at that point.
Yeah.
He sent everybody 3 letters, 1 minute apart, and I think the minutes, once you put the minutes in the order, it kind of spelt it out. I mean, we didn't get Dr. Awesome's in the end, did we? Because I think he...
No, we did.
Mystery Man was like deleting messages. It was almost like he's like, you've got to see it in this time period or else we're going to delete it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was really weird why he just deleted. And in the end, the clue was meaningless because we'd figured it out by then.
But yeah, this led us then to Facade. And I think at this point, we
also, you have the tab muted, but like every tab has weird, creepy music. It's all distorted, except for this one, which has literally just Portal 2 music. Bomb flings.
Yes, it is bombflings.b1.mp3. And the image itself says the logical knot, which is, for anybody that doesn't know, or I guess pretty much everybody will know, the logical knot is the original version of Facade. It's the one that they took and they hammerized.
If you look, is Nox Gitney, or in the source code, is Nox Gitney, timestamp, and then XXXX. So instantly figured out it was for your video on Facade at that time, and I found fantastic and found that.
So at that precise moment in time, I said the word fantastic, and that was what that basically led us on to the next part. I mean, I think we got that really quickly, didn't we? I think there was literally like about 5 minutes from working out the shapes to working out the facade thing. I was walking out the supermarket, my phone was going crazy.
Towards the end, there were some leaps. Like, we found like 3 or 4 new things towards the end there.
I don't think he put anything in the facade image. Just checking that now.
No, I believe the facade image was all bare, because he literally just told us the clue. Yeah,
and the same with the bomb flings. He didn't like change it at all. There was just everything was normal in there. So nothing really to show there. But so from there, then we came to. It was just fantastic, wasn't it? The next link.
Oh yeah, I was triggered there because I'm like, he brought Portal 2 into this because I didn't know anything previously about the Portal.
Everybody else up until this point was, I'd pretty much convinced everybody else that it was Portal 2 related.
Yeah, and I had absolutely no idea because I missed like the 2 Portal things.
Yeah, the music team spend they used on that webpage is the same track that they used in Facade, I think we said, didn't we? Was it the same one that was used in the map?
Or is it? I don't actually know. No, I don't think it was used in Facade.
No, Facade was like a real minimal track.
Yeah, I don't even think Facade had that much music other than...
It did have a track, but it was very minimal. I heard it actually in a B-map the other day.
I kind of liked ambient music of Portal 1. It fit more than Portal 2. But, I mean, I love it for the campaign, but like when you're doing tests constantly, like we're doing now, the petty music is terrible because it gets stale really fast. I think Portal 1, like ambience music, was really nice.
So then we came to Fantastic.
And this is where I don't know. This made no sense.
And we also found a brand new base 64 in the file. So it was right at the top, as you can see here. There was this little base 64 hidden away here. I'm not really sure what this is decrypted to. What did it? So this is where we got periodic from.
Yeah.
So this kind of hinted at some sort of element or something like that.
I found this like okay. Sorry, my water bottle. Anyways, I found this right when he like did the next hint. So I thought it kind of had something to do with time or something. Because the next hint included a clock.
Yes.
But I have actually interesting to say about the next one too.
So what did the Polish word here translated to, wasn't it destiny or something like that?
Yeah, it was destiny. And the image title is home. And still have absolutely no idea what that means. And
in the source, as you can see here, on line 16 we've got my home is here, hinting that maybe he lives at number 16. And then on line 666 at the bottom we've got X/111,
which literally just means take 666 divided by 111. You get 6, and you got 6 letters.
Yes. So we was looking for a 6-letter word, and obviously we had the word periodic from the image itself.
I actually input all 6-letter things and didn't notice because the solution is sulfur, which was a
Volian map.
Yeah, Volian. Which again, Volian. Did we even mention Volian.tk?
No, and I can't... So we came across this on TeamSpeak, didn't we? We found a TeamSpeak server with exactly the same IP address, or that listed the same IP address, and it also listed Volian.tk.
Which led directly to that. Which it could have been that Volian.tk led to that because like it freaked out and thought it was actually that website. I have no idea.
But I know at that point, All eyes turned to Volian.
Yeah, like everyone was suspicious of Volian. And like towards the end there, like just everything kept pointing to Volian, even if it was just all coincidental.
Yeah. But it's not, I mean, he's not the only person that has been kind of like used in this whole game. Obviously, he was used as, there's a domain name in his name, and they're obviously mentioning one of his maps. But as we'll get to on a bit later, we've also got Tontica. Tontica appeared at one point. I don't know what that was. What was that all about? I can't remember.
I think it was because... Oh, I picked him out because of like his comments on Facade and stuff.
Oh, because didn't he say something on my video, something about I watched every single minute or something like that?
That's what it was. I watched every single second. So I'm like, the only person here that's watched everything and probably knows it word for word. I mean, not word for word, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
But I lost train of thought. But we were still at this point. We still had the ID 64 to MD5 clue, so we were still kind of like trying to play around with that, weren't we?
Yes.
Daroot is also interesting point. And I know you said this earlier on when we was analysing the file, but the SLFR reactor.wav may have also been pointing at sulfur later on, possibly, because there is such thing as a sulfur reactor. So, yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Could have been a clue that, was maybe a bit too cryptic and we didn't actually hit on at the time.
Now,
it may just be completely coincidental.
Actually, that does make sense because in the first one, we figured out the lemon was directly correlated to C.
TreasureGhost mentioned this
citrus.
Before. CTRS is citrus, but without the vowels. So again, thanks. I think TreasureGhost was the guy that was really hammering that one home. So but again, I mean that would fit because looking at that now, that is sulfur without the vowels, isn't it?
Yeah.
SLFR has just sulfur without the vowels removed, so there's some consistency there. So maybe that could be something, or it could just be completely coincidental.
No, it definitely seems like it was sulfur reactor. RectorRocks.
RectorRocks.
You always got to trade that in somewhere.
Of course. So now since we're on the picture of this home, you said you found a face, right? So what did you actually do to the picture?
I think I just janked up the contrast and it turns purple. In the trees towards the top right, there's a purple you don't change the contrast too much, or maybe you do. I don't remember. I could try if you send it to me. I could try and recreate it and resend it to you.
I mean, I could try. I mean, what I've done with a lot of the stuff is I've been playing around with the hue and the saturation to try and kind of play around with the colours a bit.
I believe that was literally just the saturation I changed.
Well, saturation kind of makes everything a bit pixelated, so...
Yeah, because there's a lot of compression in these images, which seems to create a lot of, optical illusions and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that one of those first images, I thought I saw the very first vegetation image, I thought I saw a bloke in the tree, I thought I saw, loads of little Illuminati triangles. It was, just weird. Once you start thinking you're seeing these things... It's really hard to just frickin' stop seeing.
Just send me the original file and I'll try and... Oh, you went to a waste screen.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm using numpad to do some stuff.
Just send me the original image and I'll try and get it back while you're continue discussion.
Okay. Let me just drop it into the Discord.
And meanwhile, we're on the down low because we don't want to alert too much to Mystery Man. And at what point did I create the Discord? I think
we was already in the private Discord at this point. I think you created it about you created the Discord on Friday, so I think it was when we still had
I can go check because I sent you the invite right away.
we were still on the shapes. Yeah, it was Friday. So Friday afternoon, you did that.
Yeah, last Friday at 9:51, I created the Discord.
And it was before. It was before he sent us the 3 letters each, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. Because I pinned to that, so.
But I mean, from the home thing, we
forgot about Euxis, which I was sent like way before the home.
Yeah, so we've got Euxis as well. I mean, we touched on this before because this was the name of the project, the video.
I remember that because I posted that in the Discord because it was like, I believe I created the Discord right after he sent that to me, or sometime after that.
But I think we've taken out the UK sus from when we'd looked at the video, because he retracted the video off the Discord, didn't he? He left it out there for a little bit, and then he just took it away.
Yeah, which is why I think I didn't see it.
But I mean, by that time we'd already kind of like looked at it, and we'd already like analysed it, and Rector had found the words in it anyway. And I think from looking at it, you kind of put this over to him, didn't you? And you said, well, you know, what's UK sus? And then he came back with this image here, which is a little bit bizarre. It didn't really yield much, did it, on Google?
No.
There wasn't really much there at all. I mean, looking at it, it kind of looks a bit like to me, it kind of looks a bit like a Kraken or something from. I don't know if everybody played Call of Duty Ghosts and like the alien thing, side game thing that they were there.
Kind of looks like a house plant or something as well.
I think some people thought initially as well it looked a bit like the UK, but it's not the right shape for the UK, so I don't think it was that. I mean, I don't know. Has some letters been removed from it at all? I don't know.
Yep, I got the skull back.
Okay, do you want to post it?
I'm going to highlight it so you can see it a little bit better.
Yep, okay.
Just give me a second.
Hugo thinks it looks a bit like a coral. I think that I think there's something underneath there, and unless all he's done is it may just be like trying to, you know, make us go, or, you know, almost like a wild goose chase with this one. Because I can see when I look in the text file he's used paint.net, it's almost like he's just drawn a load of lines and a load of shapes and then written the word UKSUS underneath it.
I sent you in DMs the image. I put a red box over the skull. It's very visible.
Yeah, that's it. There we go. So yeah, this is what he was kind of demon. Can't even think of who I'm talking to now. Konclan was alluding to. It kind of like looks like a face, 2 eyes, and then like the face and the nose right there. So yeah, there's lots of weird stuff like that, but a lot of like the effects and the filters on these images, you can kind of relate them back to the stuff that they're using in the Smile Guide.
Yeah.
You know, there's that little blemish at the bottom, which I thought was like a CD label or something. That's pretty much on every single one of the Smile Guides.
Yeah, no, Smile Guides are actually very recent, but they're distorted in such a way they look like they're from the 80s and 90s, which is kind of the appeal of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, and TreasureGhost says this word here was very similar to it's luxury or vinegar if you're looking at it in Russian, which was something else. So, but yeah, I mean, nothing really came of this, so it was almost...
It was kind of just like a dead end.
Yeah, very much so a dead end. Now, I can't remember what file it was, but I did find the name of the Smile Guide channel in one of the files, didn't I? Because at a later date, he then actually re-uploaded the image and added a load of G's to it to kind of like block it up for some reason.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I
can't remember which
know the
image it
smile
was.
guys because we had looked up the Maggie, which if we didn't mention Maggie the squirrel, that's the I know
Yeah, we covered
what the profile
that
is,
towards the beginning. Yeah.
the name is Maggie,
Yes.
which
As
is why
one of
we
the-
refer
one of
to
the
it
weird characters.
as such.
But yeah, I found the channel name because it's I can't remember the channel name. It's something TV is the channel name, isn't it? And I'd made a copy of all the images, and in the original image, the channel name was actually written in one of the files. But then when I looked at it on the website a few days later, it had been updated, and a lot of the letters had been replaced with capital G's for some reason. I've no idea why. It never came to anything, but I just found that really bizarre.
It could also just be that it wasn't replaced and that that was just a file, because you also see a lot of capital U's everywhere in these files.
Yeah.
So it could have been just a coincidence, just with filing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there was an actual physical change on it though, which makes me suspicious.
Mm.
The fact that it spelled out the YouTube channel name exactly, and then he changed it, didn't really make much sense. But
it could have just been an error. I don't know. It feels like he definitely slipped up on a couple of cards.
No, I didn't say Cortana. Go away. No, I didn't. Have we seen this in Portal 2, though?
Also,
well,
yeah, those are definitely water jugs. I just going to throw that out there.
Okay, so everybody in chat, let's get everybody's opinion right now. Hammer or no hammer? Let's get everybody's opinion on this. Hammer or no hammer? This image right here. I mean, I was the one that kind of hammered home that this. Excuse the pun. I hammered this home that this was hammer. It's the first thing I noticed about the video. It looks like a Portal. It looks like a Portal 2. Erk, I challenge you to do so. Erk says he can remake this in 10 minutes. He'll recreate it for us.
Yes, recreate it shot for. What's really weird is it looks like he's coming from a hallway.
So no, to me, with what you've got on the right hand side, that to me looks like the window frame model, almost like he's looking in the window of an observation room.
Or it almost looks like he's coming straight from a railing, maybe. But yeah, no, I can see what you mean by the window. It looks like, wow, it's so compressed. And he does that on purpose so that it's not as.
Yeah, there was so many image filters. This is what I got from the Smile Guide stuff. There were so many filters and things over the top of this. It's just really hard to pick out.
Also, I can see that electronics on the wall. There is the actual electronics that you see in Hammer Maps.
On the left-hand side of the
door frame,
on the left-hand side of the corridor, as you go through the door, there's like the electronic boxes right here.
Yeah. And then there's the water jugs from Ratman Dens and maybe like a can. It looks like he created this. It doesn't look like anything from the game. There's no overgrown. There's no place you would ever see this.
There's no overgrown, but in my opinion, I mean, this is...
Could this be...
Yeah, Erk and Team Spen are agreeing that it's an it looks like an observation room, and Team Spen thinks that, like I've just said, that is an observation room frame. So, like, we're looking from the window of the observation room.
So this is an observation, or like an office observation room that we're standing in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Erk's actually working on a recreation as we speak. He says, give him 10 minutes, and he'll have it recreated in 10 minutes.
All right. But this looks like it's not from Portal 2, because nowhere in Portal 2 do you ever see anything like this.
Well, what I find quite interesting, though, is you look at that corridor, you look at the back of the corridor, so you can see the wall, as if you like walk through the door and you've got that wall straight in front of you. That light is really bright.
It almost looks like outside.
Yeah, to me, that looks like it's the light from outside shining into the room.
It could also...
But the way the transition happens in the video, it's almost like somebody just turns out the lights, and the lights... I know it's a transition between two different screens because we think we go to a fan, but it's almost like just somebody turns out the lights, which would then mean it's not outside lights if that's what somebody's doing.
Yeah.
No worries.
Also, another thing, this isn't from like early Portal 2 campaign when you're first going to the offices, because there's nothing overgrown. Those are usually dark and dingy. This is like really kind of cleaned up.
Yeah.
It looks like he just threw this in Hammer. It feels like he was testing out some style BTS and got this and decided it looks good enough to throw in a teaser.
Honest, seriously, if you've got to go, buddy, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If it's late for you, I appreciate the offer, but don't make yourself tired or do whatever.
Dream will always exist because it's YouTube. I'm actually gonna go really quick. I have to go use the bathroom, so
that might be a good idea. So I'll take a quick break as well, guys. So just bear with us, and we'll continue the analysis real soon. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with us. We are back. I just want to touch on something really quickly before we carry on, though. I don't know whether we're waiting for 12 a.m. Central European time or whether we're waiting for 12 a.m. GMT. So if it's GMT, we've still got like another hour and 10 minutes to go.
I think it was confirmed that it was the Polish.
Still saying 1 hour, 1 hours remain. 1 hours.
Yeah, because it's automated.
Maybe what I'll do in like 10 minutes time, we'll head on. I'll switch over to this mains page here, and we'll see if anything actually happens or not. Just to,
I just want to say something quickly.
Okay.
At this point, we had done a lot of stuff, like all the way up till this next image, which is the clock. I think we're on, right?
Did the clock come next?
I think so. Like, wait,
Okay.
what did we leave off on? It was,
Well, we've just been talking about the house. The house is the last thing we
So it was the
spoke about.
clock that came next, and that was sent in #music of the Nox Discord.
Yes. So again, the pictures we got on the Discord, were completely and utterly random. They were just posted in random threads, random channels. There wasn't really any structure to it.
But
also,
well,
I just realised we've missed out on an image.
Did we?
Yeah, we missed an image before we got the website. We got the hand.
Oh yeah, hand. I was talking about that. We did skip that.
And this one was a bit of a mystery, wasn't it? We didn't really know what was going on with this one.
What we later found out is it was actually posted on his Facebook page for a Reddit Q&A that the author of
Smile Guide
was doing.
Yes,
which was really odd. And before we found that, I had actually tried taking the hand and like overlaying it over images to see if the finger pointed to anything.
Well, we had this about the same time as the shapes, didn't we? And we thought that if you overlaid the hand, the shapes over the hand, it would point to a position on the map, and that's probably where we needed to look.
Yeah, that maps had nothing to do with it. I dragged in like Google Maps because I thought we actually had to find a river, and turns out no, it wasn't anything to do with locations.
I don't know if it was this one. Was it this one that had the... No, I thought it might have been this one which had the... I
think the hand had literally nothing. I believe the hand was absolutely irrelevant.
It might have just been like a throwback to...
Smile Guide.
Smile Guide again, just to try and get us to look at that. I just want to chuck this into my... Base 64 real quick, just on the off chance I may have missed something.
So up to the clock, we had put a lot of effort into this kind of quest, as we've called it. Yeah. And Hugo, I believe, said he missed some classes for it. I know I put a lot of time into it. You said you missed off some work.
It was very distracting. It was very split. I think some people were just generally weirded out and wasn't sure whether or not they wanted to partake in it just in case it was something creepy. And other people were like us, were just like really curious as to where it was going.
And we were like super invested in it.
Yes, I mean. I mean, between everybody that's like been on this, I mean, there's been so many people like trying to work this out. There's been like me, Konclan, TreasureGhost, Aerond, Hugo, RectorRocks, Demon Arisen's been in there. We've had Hankey Mueller in there. Daroot Leafstorm, he came in yesterday, didn't he? I think you said. He's been helping us out.
Interested.
Then we've obviously got Volian. We've got the appearance of K7 Avenger. He was helping us out.
We forgot. K7 Adventure was messaged with a Steam ID.
Yes.
And that was after he joined. He was new. We thought he would have actually linked with it because that was also... He joined the exact time Osgo joined and came in.
Yeah, we got to a point where this random guy just appeared and he started saying, "I've worked something out. I've got the next link for you." And then when we quizzed him, he got really.
He said 9XS, like 9 X's. He told us 9 X's, which was for Fantastic.
Yeah. So when we pressed him, we asked him what the link was, and he was like stalling, and then he just mashed his keyboard and then left the Discord, didn't he?
Yeah, he mashed the keyboard and said like, "Fuck this, I'm out," or something in Polish, and left.
Yeah.
And that was the same time K7 Avenger joined, so we were like, "Who are you and what are you doing?"
But it took him a while to actually speak, didn't it? I think he was very quiet for a start. He was just like loitering.
Yeah, and no one wanted to message him just in case he was kind of creepy. And then I said hello. He said hi back, and like it was just like, oh, he's just a normal dude. Okay. It was just very coincidental, and we were kind of all jumpy, like trigger point.
And then we got this. He posted an image, and we found out how he came across us. And the story was, as you can see on screen,
Mystery Man
said,
message.
"Can you do something for me?" And although he's deleted some of the text and we can't see everything that was said, he basically, Mystery Man asked K7 Avenger to come to the Discord and post a link for us to a Steam page. However, when you go to the Steam page, the item doesn't exist because it's been removed by the author.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of creepy.
No. It was it's not. It's not actually a Steam like.
Oh, it's a profile, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a profile. I forget what profile it led to. Oh no, that was Citrus.
Was it?
I believe. Like if you just remove the shared files and like put in profile, I don't remember. Or maybe chuck that into an ID finder.
Yeah, if you just go to like Steam ID.com. There we go. That one will do. What did this actually give us? This guy's got a ban.
Yeah. It was his name though, wasn't it? CTRS.
There's a CTR and then a like tilde sign thing. Which
Check his other aliases because it used to be CTRS.
No, it is now CTRS. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's what led us to that. But one of his other aliases was Hacker Dollar He.
Yeah, I think Mr. Man just searched for CTRS and took the profile.
Yeah, I mean, one of his friends though is actually a guy from Germany, and his name is CTR with a little squiggle. So I don't know if there's something weird, but yeah, I mean, again, it was just another push in the right direction to getting that that shape puzzle solved. I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which we later tied back. CTRS was literally just the name of the shapes.
Yeah. Yeah.
TreasureGhost was it? Maybe, I don't know.
Well, TreasureGhost linked in the citrus to the CTRS.
Yeah. But anyways, we're on to the clock now, which I searched everywhere to see if this image came from a comic, where this was from, what this had anything to do from, and I don't know if you saw this. I posted a Reddit discussion and got some feedback, and apparently it's actually just fabricated.
Now I looked. I found their official Facebook page, and I didn't find this exact one, but I found other ones where
which are
you've got
similar.
comic strip, and then you've just got a blank speech bubble, so people can actually just put in their own thing. It's almost like they're doing like a caption competition sort of thing.
Yeah, well, no, it was kind of just like here's make your own meme thing. It was really just that. And if you go read the discussion, wait, what the hell does that? I
haven't got the link for it actually, Konclan.
Oh, you have it?
No, I haven't got the link for the discussion. It's one thing I don't think I've actually looked at it, to be honest.
Yeah. Some people are asking like where this came from. So like, where's the source?
What I found interesting, I played around with the saturation on this as I'm doing at the minute, and it kind of looks like something should be written there because there's like blocks of white lines actually within the speech bubble, like something's been blacked out.
Which is weird. And the clock is a stock image. I'll mention right now. Clock is a stock image file, like from Shutterstock or whatever. Shutterstock. And it's like all scribbled out or something. But
I think what's happened here is they've made their own one of it clearly.
Yes.
So they've taken the clock, they've taken Maggie, and then they've taken a speech bubble. Maybe there was something written in the speech bubble at the time, but
they colored the clock in, like they used the colorizer or something. Because the normal clock you find is black and white. And
so all right, it's just turned midnight, CET.
All right.
I've still got 1 hour remains.
Refreshed it, maybe?
It's now just saying hacked by OCKKO2.
Oxco or
Yeah, the guy who joined the Discord.
so literally Oxco is behind the entire thing. Is that what it is?
That's literally all it says.
Hacked by Oxco. Yeah, that's his username.
That's the guy that came to our.
We found it. We found his Steam page because Volian had banned him on his thing for being a cheater. So, just him, I guess.
That's it. There is literally nothing else. That is it.
That's the end of it. That's dead end. Like, I guess Oxco behind it.
I think he's taken the site down.
Has he finally done it?
I can't get to any of the page anymore. That's it.
Rip. We won. But he said in the final page, which we're getting to, like we finally so periodic led to sulfur, and sulfur I actually had found out because I started inputting elements that are 6 letters long, and I didn't actually notice because sulfur literally redirects you in like almost like a second after right back to the first page as if you got it wrong. But you had to pay attention to the title, which was 9x. What? No, it was
Oh, no, I've got a text file here.
Sulfur was pellet, wasn't it?
So, yeah, sulfur redirected you to Hugo's sulfur map.
Yeah. Or no. We went to sulfur. No, sulfur redirected you back to the main page. I remember that, but it had something in the title. I forget what it was. I think that was the 9x dash sulfur.
Right.
Which we had to do fantastic / sulfur, and that's what redirected us to pellet. And in the title, before it redirects you to the pellet, is one. It was literally one like o'clock, I guess. And thanks to Volian, like at this point, he had put the timer on the website.
Yeah, I mean the timer came last night, didn't it? I think at some point.
Like, this is around when we found pellet. The timer came about, and so we had, thanks to Volian, because he is in the correct time zone, we found out that Coordinary had a comment on there, and all we had to do was change Coordinary to MD5 for X32. And we inputted that, and we got to the final website. Which is final website still up, or is the entire thing gone?
No, I think the entire thing has now gone.
But you still have the image for it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got copies of all the images and everything.
Yeah. So we go to the final website. We get the final image. We get the final song. Which, if you want to play the final song, actually, I don't think you want to. It might be copyrighted, but I think it's...
Yeah, but I mean, we got... I mean, after Sulfur, we went to / Rankso River, which basically gave us the picture of the barrels again. So we saw the picture of the barrels. The picture was called...
And then in there was listed the BSP for PM_Mambo.
Yeah. So this is what we got. And I think there was something in the HTML which said... welcome
to the Rankso River.
Take a break or something like that.
It said take a break.
Yeah. And
then so people ushered me to do stream. This is at 1 a.m. CST. We had found this. This was literally exactly 1 hour after we had given we had gotten the warning that we were on a time limit.
Yeah,
we had solved it in an hour, which should have taken us which he thought it would take us 17 hours. Take that in party.
Yep.
So
I see what you did there.
yeah. Anyways, so I chuck it into. You can see my live stream. I finally re-uploaded it and blurred out some parts and got rid of the music, which was fuck you. And to learn why, if you haven't seen the live stream, in the Hammer map, there's a map by Mambo by Goat. It was, which is Laser Rockets on YouTube. Mambo. It was a Hammer remake, but upon going into the map, which I should have seen, I looked for scripts right away because I didn't trust the person at all. So I went and looked for scripts, like anything that looked like ban or unbind or crash. And I didn't notice that the first button that you press, until on the stream you'll see, the first button you press with a cube crashes your game, unbinds all your commands, and I think tried to do something malicious to my computer, but thankfully the game crashes first. So, in conclusion, I didn't notice at first that I had everything unbinded. I thought the map just crashed my game. So I went back into the map in Hammer. I fixed a decal just to be funny. And I went and removed the command, then went back into the game, noticed all my binds had gone. And I was like, oh, well, got all my binds back, removed it, and then got really mad at the creator because basically how much we spent an entire week leading up to a map that dicks you over so hard, it's unbelievable.
I think the more frustrating thing is, though, somebody went to all this effort and like set up all these cryptic things just to screw you over. You know what I mean? It's like it could have led to something like really amazing, but
that's what I thought. I thought the map was going to be like another facade or something. I thought it was going to be extremely hard. No, it was just Mambo, which if you haven't played Mambo, and I haven't, but I completed the map in like 5 minutes. It was really easy. But so I removed all the malicious stuff. I slapped on some textures, threw in some funny stuff. If you want to go check it out on the live stream and the map's up, you already played it, Knock, but I highly recommend you check out the live stream because it was kind of funny what I did. But I got really mad because it was just like, wow, like that's low standards even for a map mate. Like that's something you would find at bottom bin Rogan maps, like something that would just crash your game upon loading.
Yeah.
It was so just like a kick in the balls, and I was not happy. So I posted the map with PM Mambo with the Rogan thumbnail because of course. So if you want to play it, you can. It's completely harmless. I've taken all.
Yeah, I've played it. I've played it myself as well. So I can vouch for that. There is nothing in there anymore which will screw you over.
Oh, I mean the map does. The map has some interesting stuff though.
Yeah.
Because I went and edited it. So at the conclusion of this all, it was just a map, and I don't even think the creator posted it. I don't think he ever posted the hammer map. I think I don't know.
No, I mean I'm just looking at the minute. I mean he's got there's various there's like 4 pages of Portal 2 chambers that he's got, but they all look like they're made in Puzzle Maker. Yeah,
and these are all like Rogan level maps. Like Volian's the only one who's left a comment on them. This Osco's Volian's friend, like.
Yeah, I did notice as well. I was just looking through his friends. Volian's actually got 2 profiles. He's got a Volian 0 and a Volian 1.
Profiles. He has Volian 0, Volian 1, and Volian 2, which I don't know why. It's really weird. Volian is a mysterious man. So, like, what do we take from this?
Well, let's take this for a start. That Urk has pretty much recreated the screenshot.
Oh, has he?
Yeah,
Is that a Maggie
looks pretty nice. I've got it on screen on my stream now.
All right.
It's just an image, and he's posted. He has posted it in Maggie Quest. So
Oh, I can't see it because it's Steam.
I guess what he took then in the video, he's obviously just used somebody else's. He's just used whether it be campaign stuff or somebody else's chambers in that video to try and throw us off. So there's still like a shit ton of unexplained stuff and meaningless stuff in there, which is quite frustrating.
I think it's over, but he said, I don't even know where you guys, the 2020, he said he would be back. I'm not interested. Like, don't get me wrong, this ARG, I guess you would call this, right? You would call this an ARG.
Yeah.
Like, this could have been extremely fun if done well. This was an extremely bad example of how this could have been done. And maybe we could do this kind of stuff in the future. Like, maybe this just opened up a new thing that I'd never known about.
There was the one other thing as well. I know we're trying to wrap up and actually wash your hands with this, but there was one other thing that we didn't mention, and that was the SSTV thing.
Oh yes, he came into Nox's Discord and started playing the SSTV, which came up with the Steam ID if you translate it, because it's just an audio file that he played through Discord. But the problem was Discord has terrible audio quality sometimes, so like you can't read it. We tried everything. We have no idea what it's supposed to be.
The thing was though, I was like chatting to Rector at the time. Rector said creepy guys online, so I just sent a message and mentioned him to try and get a reaction out of him. Next thing I notice, he's in voice chat. So by the time I get in voice chat and hear a load of like weird sounds, and I've got the audio recorder out and started it, I've probably missed 20 to 30 seconds or so of like the actual.
No, he was looping it.
Right. Okay. It was a loop, was it? I didn't.
Yeah, because at the when you first catch it, you got the end of it, and then it loops back around to the very end when he stops.
Right. Right.
So, the problem was he left way too early for us to keep retrying to do that. It was very, very dumb. And
I think there was only one other occasion where he just I can't remember. It was maybe when we was all in like Knock FM or something like that, and there was one other occasion where he just randomly entered a voice chat, didn't say anything, and then left again.
I think that was on accident.
Possibly.
I've done that where I've accidentally clicked on a voice chat when I didn't mean to. But I don't know. It's very. There's almost nothing that can be like. I guess I learned base 64. What base 64 looks like. I learned how to decrypt some stuff. I now know what SSTV looks like, and I didn't even notice that there was. I looked on an STV, like how to translate video, and apparently that was in Portal 1 with the radios, which I should have known.
Yep. And in Ratman's Den in Portal 2.
Yep. I should have known. Like, so I don't know. That was. I guess it was a connection. Maybe he got the idea for SSTV.
The thing was, it was. As frustrating as the end result is, it was very cleverly executed because it was kept within the confines of Portal, and having the Portal community on the Discord,
show, which almost had no relevance to it.
Mm.
Other than he kept quoting it sometimes, which was weird.
Yeah,
I think he kept doing that to just be cryptic and spooky. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
I feel like a lot of this was just thrown in there, and not a lot of it really correlated.
Yeah.
But I think we can confirm that it's definitely Ozco. He's Polish.
Well, yeah. I think he's definitely come out and basically said, "Yes, it was me." I I've made you wait 24 hours just for me to tell you that it's me, because since I started my countdown. But I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. I was really hoping we'd see more on the site today.
Yeah. Portal 1 did have an ARG, didn't it? Because it had a website, like the Aperture Science website.
It was hinting at the sequel, wasn't it?
What?
If I remember rightly, they added the DLC onto Portal 1, and the SSTV stuff in Portal 1 was hinting at the sequel, Portal 2.
No, but there was also another thing where, because in one of the Ratman dens, it gives you a password and login for a website, which is actually like, I forget what it was, but like Aperture or something, and it was actually Cave Johnson's username, which was weird.
There's Ratman dens in Portal 1? Really? Am I that out of the loop of Portal? I didn't realise Ratman. I thought Ratman was brought in Portal 2. I didn't realise.
No, Ratman's been since Portal 1. He's everywhere in Portal 1. Wait, did you not notice that?
Clearly not.
Have you played Portal 1?
About 3 times, yes.
Yeah, there are several times you can go behind panels and stuff. Like, there's random holes in the stuff, and you go back there, and there's, like, cameras and Ratman scribblings. And one of the Ratman scribblings is literally a username and password. That the username is I believe it is almost Cave Johnson, which obviously links to Portal 2. But I believe there was a website you could find, and if you put that in, you got to see some like it was almost as if it was like a database or something. You got to look around. It was, I don't know. If anyone wants to find a video on it, link it.
Oh, of course, no, I remember. Yes, I have seen the Ratman dens now. Of course, yes.
Yes, they're iconic,
etc. Yeah.
With the
I was kind of late to the whole Portal thing. But
I guess that's the end.
Yeah, I suppose.
It just feels empty. It doesn't feel like we got anything out of this.
Well, we got traumatized by some weird Mushroom Land thing that not even sure what it's meant to be. Some weird hybrid squirrel thing. Yeah,
if you're interested in weird internet stuff, go check it out. It was actually kind of experience.
I think there's only one thing that is probably right to do with this folder. And I'm going to hold my shift key, I'm going to press delete, and then I'm going to confirm. And that has basically removed everything regarding this from my PC. Yes, get rid of it. Purge. Also, another thing that was really weird is also another correlation to the show. With the house picture, in the show, in one of the episodes, scattered throughout, it was the telephone one. Scattered throughout are puzzle pieces, and if you go look online and search on like the Smile Guide like puzzle, if you search on Google, you'll find an image that is someone actually took all the puzzle pieces and photoshopped them all together. And it is a picture of a house with a location on it, which has it's very similar. But there's two, like, when I watched through the Smile Guide last night, there was 2 images which, 2 locations which kind of stuck out. One was, there was the paper. There was one that they were talking about. This location exists on a map, but it doesn't exist in reality or something. Yeah, that's called a paper town. But that's actually a place though. Just outside Warsaw, I think. Oh, is it actually? Yeah. It was G something, but I was doing it all on my tablet, so I've not got my tablet, so I'm kind of not sure. You would have liked to see the malicious stuff? I think I actually still have the original BSP. I've literally just deleted it, so I can't help you out there, Team Spend. Sorry. No, probably not. Yeah. Someone out there has the original BSP still. I know.
If anyone has it, post it in Discord, I guess. I don't know if it was actually malicious or if it was another attempt to crash in case the first one didn't work. I don't know. I honestly just don't care at this point. if you go look on the stream, actually, yeah, no, you can see the exact command on my stream before I deleted it. I'll go look it up right now.
Okay. But I mean, you know, let's actually probably talk
also,
about.
Thank you, Rector, for the thumbnail. It's amazing.
Yeah, Rector made the thumbnail for Konclan on that, so yeah, thanks to Rector for that. But I think all in all, as disappointing as it is, it's good to know that A, nobody got murdered. B,
yeah, that was a relief.
B, hopefully nobody's actually going to come and hunt us all down and kill us in our own house. C, going to the river ranch and not getting back is nothing.
That was just from the show.
Yeah, that was just from the show. That's fine. And I guess basically, although there was stuff in that map which was malicious, at the end of the day, it didn't totally screw you over with a virus, and it hasn't made you lose everything on your machine and rebuild your PC sort of thing. Yeah,
but it's just so. Why would you do all this work for just a stupid prank like this? It doesn't feel satisfying in any sense. Would you do this for in a week? You play a part of a mysterious man sending people through countless hours of searching with little hidden clues for a map that you just end up butt fucking them in. Excuse my language, but seriously,
no. It's kind of people out there on the internet they get their kicks out of silly little things, but what I personally would not go to that much effort for just to say to somebody at the end, haha, I trolled you, take everything down.
It just doesn't feel like maybe we missed something. I don't know. It feels like this guy's just. I
don't know. I almost think what he did is he came along and he dangled a carrot, and he wanted to see how far or how much we would react from that carrot being dangled, and then from there, I almost think that he kind of developed it on that basis that we was interested in it, we was looking into it. He could publicly see that we was active and looking into this stuff.
Okay. Here's the command. He sends it to a server command entity. The command host _write config, and then right under there test _wait, and test _wait is what crashes your game. So I don't know what host _write config does.
Well, it sounds like it's telling the server or the game server to write something to your config file.
Maybe just get rid of it. Because if that's the case, that's not very malicious, but that's just the unbind all.
Did you check your config file after it had happened?
No, I did not.
I was going to say, because it might have been interesting to check your config file to see if there was actually anything there.
Oh, maybe a message? But it doesn't make sense because there's no message after it. How could you tell the console what to write without actually writing it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, in my opinion, writes it back to the config, erasing the contents. Right nose.
So it does just erase the config.
It sounds like it, yeah.
So it's basically just another unbind all thing, which is...
Yeah, but it's just basically screwing your entire config file over.
Wow, that is...
By the sound of it.
That is bold. God. It's I don't know. The only way I could see to get back at him was to just upload the map. because there's literally what else can you do? That's my only victory. I shitified the map. I fixed the host time or the host right config shit. Got rid of all that malicious stuff, and he gave me a free map. Cool. Like what else? What do you want me to take from this?
You see, this was the thing. TeamSpence made the interesting point. Me and Konclan were discussing this before we came on live, and I was discussing it as well with I think TreasureGhost and Aerond as well. I genuinely wanted to believe that Volian was like perfectly innocent in all this, but there was so much evidence which was pointing towards him, almost like it was putting him in the firing line. It was like, and as TeamSpence just sort of said there, he wanted to make a map which unbound all the keys if you cheated. So once this was discovered,
though, because he already had that.
But when you played that map this morning or last night, whatever your time was when you played it, and that happened, I mean, we know that Volian was quite vocal that he was doing that and he wanted to do that, and we was all like, no, don't do it. It'll piss people off. Don't do it. And then it appears, and it's kind of like you just instantly think, start pointing fingers.
It's the same. I think it's Ozco. Seeing what Volian has done before in the past with and then taking from that and doing it in his own way.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I don't know who Ozco is. Volian only said Ozco came up one day and wanted to play with him at some random point. Maybe he found him on YouTube. What still boggles me is Ozco is nowhere in the community. He's never been anywhere. We've literally never heard of him until
the names of his maps ring a bell. I'm sure I've heard of those maps before.
I can check Reddit right now. Maybe put it on Portal Maps.
I don't think I've got the page open anymore, have I? Yeah, I have. All right.
Oh, here's Zeus by Laser Rockets. It's definitely not Laser Rockets. Laser Rockets is too good of a map maker for this.
Oxco, apparently, is in Timex's official group. And Timex is made by a Polish guy, according to TreasureGhost.
Ah.
But I agree with what Hugo's saying in that I think, unfortunately for Volian, he's been made the subject of this and he's been made to look like he is the one that is doing all this.
I think that's what Oscar did because he knew Volian.
Yeah, I think he used the scapegoat, unfortunately.
Yeah, scapegoat as in goat.
Yeah, no pun intended. But yeah, I'm just looking at the Escape from Aperture. I'm sure I've heard of that map series before.
It sounds familiar, but then again, like, you look up my first test.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, Escape from Aperture sounds like a very, very generic name. But maybe we've seen it around. I just don't know. Anyone in chat have something to add? Because I think we're about done.
Something came up on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. If you watch, you still have yet to watch the end of the stream, but we waited for you spamming you, Knock.
Sorry? Oh, at the end of the screen.
Yeah, at the end of the stream, we kept spamming you to ban him, and we finally got him banned.
Hey, would you look at that? YouTube's recommending that I watch my own stream that I'm streaming right now.
Yeah, I just went to my stream, and in the recommended was your stream that I'm currently also watching in another tab.
Hold on. What is all that about? I found a video that's called his username on YouTube.
AswesomeDoctor, that's 2 seconds long.
Yeah, it's just random.
It just doesn't do anything.
Just like some guy, like some cartoon guy, like flashing or pretending to flash or something. It's just weird. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, there is a connection, TreasureGhost. I mean, obviously, Volian is in our Discord community, and you know the fact that he's there.
I just found a channel with the same profile picture.
You know, I guess it's you have found a channel.
I swear to God, copy paste has like it really likes to choose.
You just retracted your link, by the way, or is that the wrong link?
That was the Reddit link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, B-Hop also is in this like friend group. Icarus has came up too. Let's see. What else? What does this guy watch? Let's see what he's subscribed to. I want to see if he's subscribed to the Polish channel. Nope, doesn't look like it. Are they subscribed? No, these are subscriptions, so he's subscribed to these people.
I actually found a map with his username, which has just got like a random line on the map. Which
Here's
two places.
He's subscribed to Malyokal too, which is also his other alias, which has looking like kind of like a. It reminds me of Team Spend's icon, but his is like a long corridor or something. Here, I'll link that too. Yeah, he plays Minecraft because he's got some Minecraft videos in this channel. He actually has uploads. Let's see what he's subscribed to. He's subscribed to his other channel again. I'm just looking for if there's anything linked directly back to the Smile Guide. There's not any. Does he have a liked videos, maybe?
His profile's pretty...
Yeah, it's pretty barren.
Why does it see videos? Is it just /videos?
The Osco 2 does not have any videos, it doesn't look like.
Okay.
It's only the other one, his other channel, that does have videos. Also, I would like to point out that B-Hop, who has also been like blamed as well, is a hacker for CSGO. So, just like to point that out. Kind of low.
Mystery Man is pro Minecraft fan 33. Confirmed.
Confirmed. I don't know. This all just seems dumb. Well, this journey has been one of the most insane. There's definitely nothing like it that I've experienced.
No, it's you know, even for a moment this afternoon, I thought it was I was thinking it was actually still DA related, even though my sources and colleagues had told me that it wasn't DA related. Only because I finally got around to watching the latest teaser trailer for Destroyed Aperture this afternoon, and there's one section of the video where there's just like a mass of water bottles that seem to drop from the ceiling. And I was like, water bottles confirmed!
Wait, what's DA's latest video?
Here, I'll play it on stream.
Oh, activity? I don't think I've seen this.
Okay, let's...
Oh yeah, it's like still like as if it was from the video. actually have the video file. I'm on their YouTube page.
Yeah, I know it's bad cat's work because I may or may not have actually looked around this area in game.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I mean, go on.
Regarding the comment, no, I did not make. It wasn't. Bad Cat didn't make Escape from Aperture. It was Escape from the Office. That was the lightning review I did, or like Office Escape or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's when I saw that this afternoon for the first time, I was like you said, that there's almost similarities to what we've been looking at for the last week.
Yeah.
In that, you know, you get your still frames, you've got creepy music and creepy sounds going on in the background. You got like water bottles, and you know, all this has sort of been leading around water. So yeah.
And then there's those barrels that kind of look like, I don't know, soda cans or.
I was really hoping that like at midnight CET, Aerond was just going to pop out and go, "Haha, trolled you! Here's a new DA map for you to play," or something like that. But
that would have been worth it.
that would have been worth it. That would have been worth it.
But no, so, we got a map that just craps on you.
At least it's got at least you got the Rogan version, which is, you know,
yeah, which is improved in every way, obviously. Indeed. Which I don't even know who's ever going to upload the map now. I may have just stolen it.
Now if anybody else ever plays that map now, they're just going to get you're going to get hate mail coming your way because you're saying, "You created this thing and it's crashing my game and it's raised my config and it unbound all my keys. What are you doing, Konclan?" So
well, I shouldn't be doing that, but Osco's hacked back into the map.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I suppose we should probably just wrap up because there's not really a lot else to discuss here. So to summarise, 10 days work we just covered, and it all led to a map that crashed, and then the word hacked by Osco, following by the whole site being taken down. So yeah, I just want to say thank you once again to everybody who did actually take part in this and did try and help out and to, you know, just figure this out. I've tried to link as many people in the description. The timer's gone, Hugo. The timer's gone. We're talking about the timer. The site's not there anymore.
It's gone.
It's gone forever.
It's all over.
It's all over.
Hacked by Osco.
That's it. That's all we get now. I'm able to connect. But yeah, I mean, thank you very much to everybody who has spent time, and I mean, because like we said earlier on, there's like countless hours gone into this to you know, try and work some of this stuff out, albeit for just, you know, a crappy map and a message that says hacked by. But I tried to mention everybody. Just to kind of...
What's really unsettling for me is the map itself, other than the crashing part, was acceptable. Like, the hammer work was really good, except for obviously the missing thing, which I added. But, so it doesn't... It almost feels like it's not even Osco's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Ozco's gone
Well,
and changed
there's no evidence on his Steam workshop that he's even made any Hammer stuff. It's all Puzzle Maker.
It doesn't even look like he's experienced with the thing, which is really bizarre. Maybe he play tested a map and then leaked it. Which, if that's the case, then I feel bad for whoever made it. And
but it's a copy though, isn't it? It's a copy.
No, because PM Mambo is a petty map, not a Hammer map. So it's like a Hammer remake.
Yeah, but the puzzle it's not an original puzzle. It's the puzzle's been remade, hasn't it?
Yeah, the puzzle itself is a remake.
But I don't know. It's just left with so many unanswered questions.
I don't really care.
to which the point we should just go and wipe our hands clean of it.
Yep.
So we tried our best. We've all hit the delete key. We've all deleted everything to do with it. In which case, you should probably do...
Here, Knock. Have a celebratory recorder on me. There you go.
Maybe I should go to the playroom and go and grab my daughter's recorder, and we can do a record a duet to end the stream. What do you think?
I'm not good at playing the recorder.
Well, neither am I, but it'd still be good.
Yes, do it.
Let me go grab it. We can end the stream on a high. 2 seconds.
All right, you got it?
Yeah. I got it.
All right.
I don't know what it's going to do, guys, but seeing as we got such a shit reward for working this out, me and Konclan are going to reward you all for your efforts and for sticking with us in the stream by a nice little recorded duet. So, yeah.
You would like to start us off?
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Beautiful.
Are we good?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Give yourself a round of applause, everybody. Good job. Good job.
I'm trying to clap while holding down my shift key. It's not working well.
Well, yeah, like I said, guys, I will wrap it up now. Thanks to Konclan for being on tonight with us. RectorRocks, TreasureGhost, Volian, Aerond, Demon Arisen, HugoBDesigner, Hankey Mueller, AswesomeDoctor, Daroot Leafstorm, and anybody else I may have missed from that. Thank you very much for all your efforts and making it an entertaining week to 10 days or so. As always, links are on screen, guys. Go check them out if you haven't already, but I'm sure pretty much everybody here has. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow on my usual sort of Twitch slot playing some Portal 2 maps. But until next time, guys, I've been Nock.
You've been awesome.
I was going to say, I was waiting for you to say I've been Konclan or,
Oh, I didn't tell you what for you.
Well, I've been Nock. Konclan has been his self. And thanks for stopping by, guys. Until next time, happy gaming.